With about a month until the major Brexit announcement, the pound actually starting to look a little bit strong as we have key moving averages which are going to cross. The 50-day is going to cross north up through the 100-day moving average, which is technically a very bullish signal. So right now, as we are heading in towards those year-to-date highs in the pound dollar at near 132 or hovering around 131, there doesn't seem to be any fear of a pullback, and that's surprising given some of the fundamentals which we're seeing. So this is basically a technical move. Some may call it a short cover rally. Some may call it sort of a relief rally, but right now, if we start to see any more pressure to the upside, you are going to see probably more buyers step in more aggressively and look to break that 132 top that we saw earlier in January. So right now, seeing very strong technicals in the pound, despite the static you're hearing otherwise. And if you look at what the Bank of England's doing, they're not looking to tighten anytime soon. Obviously, they want to get through this Brexit mess. And we heard from Governor Carney to try and talk some sense into the lawmakers, get something on the books, get something on the table that's workable. He spoke today just saying that the worst case scenario is no deal. And that right now is pretty much what they're looking at. And so right now that is going to be a focus. The Bank of England meets basically a week prior to the Brexit announcement on March 21st, the Brexit announcement on March 29th. And it just seems to me that is going to be the key moment for them. Will there be something done, or will Mr. Carney have to nudge even harder with only 8 days prior to the official Brexit announcement? So the Bank of England's still not sure what's going on, but they are pressuring or pushing lawmakers to at least see something, get something done. And that may be what's giving a little bit of strength to the pound. But lastly, let's look at the pound-euro cross. That is the big one, because if you're looking at the Brexit, which side is winning? The pound strong, euro weak, pound strong. Well, pound is really outperforming the euro and has been all year, and is getting ready to hit its year-to-date high near 116. So right now we're hovering around 115. You haven't really seen a major pullback recently to suggest that there is no deal on the table, or at least maybe the market is a little more forward-looking and they're going beyond March 29th and saying whatever happens between Brexit, whatever happens with the announcement, what's going to happen is the euro is going to suffer more based on the economics. And I think that's really what it is here. It's all about economics. You may have a modest short covering rally in the pound, but the euro right now is looking at weakness, GDP levels, whether you look growth levels, whatever you want to call it. And we've already heard from the central bank there, the ECB, that things are not so good, and they're going to be possibly reintroducing the TLRTO, which would be their quantitative easing program. So right now, it seems to me that this is a negative euro, positive pound story, and you continue to see it that way. So I think the pound right now, if you do get that another shift higher towards the year-to-date high, towards 132, you're going to see new buyers step in, I think, at this point. And whether it's a risk-off trade, whether it's a short covering trade, whether it's a relief rally, whatever you want to call it, it's going to extend itself. And that's going to do so at the helm of the euro. So right now, positive pound, not so positive euro as we get into that month prior to Brexit, and still no deal. But the pound looking strong as we head into the beginning of this week.